Hi everybody, my name is Jim. I'm the owner of Sprague Woodturning. Welcome to my channel. So this is going to be a finish video, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be reviewing the Osmo Poly Oil. Now this stuff is pretty thick. I don't know if it's going to suit our needs. I have done one bowl with kind of mixed reviews, but anyway, we're going to try it on this maple bowl, and this maple bowl is a good candidate because it is warped so badly when it dried that I can't put anything in the rim on this bowl anyway. So we'll just trim this up, sand it, and we'll start putting our oil on, the Osmo Poly Oil, and we'll see if we can make this finish work for us. Anyway, that's this week's video. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Anytime I can get a thumbs up certainly helps with the analytics. Sharing my videos on your social media platforms is 100% awesome as well. And of course, don't forget to comment, because that's where we pick the winner for the next 30,000 subscriber giveaway. Down from the comments. All right, let's get this on the lathe. As you can see, it's already got a glue block on the bottom of it. Get it trimmed up, sand it, and get our first coat finish on it. $750, $750. Well, I hope everybody's having a fantastic Friday. So it's too bad that this bowl had warped so badly, because it would have looked really nice with an inlay. But of course, this is a great opportunity. I've been wanting to try this Poly X oil. I don't know why I called it Poly Oil. There's an X on the end of it. And I figured that this was a good candidate for it. Soft maple is probably, which this is, you know, a fairly decent wood to gauge this on. Of course, the harder the wood, the better the finish typically will happen. So the softer the wood, so if you're using like a wood like butternut or something to that effect, that's soft, poplar, you're not probably going to get as good a shine. And this is right in the middle, so if we get a good shine on this, then this should, hopefully suit our needs. You can actually see how out of round it is there. It's probably out of round by almost a good solid 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. I don't know what happened to that footage there. The camera keeps shutting off. I'm having camera issues, overheating, even though it's only 70 degrees or 21 degrees in the shop Celsius. So yeah, it's a bit frustrating. And this is not my typical rim at all when I don't do inlays. I decided to go right from the outside and just let that rim flow in around the top. And I think that bowls that have a lot of character in them, like this one, that it's actually a very good good form for that. Here you get a good look at that flowing rim now. It actually makes the bowl look a lot thicker than it actually is, which, if you haven't figured it out by now, I like a bowl with some mass. And so it it's got all the ticks in the box for me. So yeah, if you've got a bowl that's got lots of character in it, try this type of form. All right, first coat of Osmo Poly Oil. So I'm just going to saturate the surface, and then I'm going to use a white Scotch Brite pad that's mounted on my drill. I'll show you that here in a second. And I'm just going to slowly go over the surface of this, rubbing this oil in. And then once we've got it rubbed in real nice, I'll strip off any excess and we'll put the second coat on tomorrow. So this is just a normal sanding pad, and this actually sticks to it quite well. This is the equivalent of 1,000, I think, 1,000 grit. Well, it definitely brought the wood alive, that's for sure. It's that curly maple. Looks pretty nice in there. I don't know if I should leave it. I think I'll wipe it off. Definitely looks good. If you can get a couple of coats, maybe this is the way to go. I don't know. So I'll just do the back side the same as I did the front side. And tomorrow I'm going to do kind of the same procedure. And I don't know, I'll play with lathe speed and maybe pick up the speed on the drill, so on and so on. But anyway, I'll see you tomorrow, you in there. All right, second coat of Osmo Poly Oil, high solids. If you know anything about varnishes, usually gloss varnishes are very clear. They're not kidding when they say high solids. This is very far from being clear. So anyway, I'm just going to put this on. I'm going to do the inside. Then I'm going to do the same thing that I did yesterday with the white Scotch Brite pad. And I might this time try different lathe speeds, drill speeds, this kind of business. So here you're going to notice tons of splatter on the bowl. I don't know if that's because I put too much material on there. I just go back at it with the drill, and eventually I do get it leveled out. Again, it's something that you're going to have to, you know, work with and figure out, but it actually leaves a very nice finish. So, this is something that, it's a real definite possibility that I'll be moving forward with. And I don't know if you noticed it or not, but I actually picked up the lathe speed there. I actually should have been recording what RPM this was at, because I believe it really seemed to give me a good shine here afterwards. Again, every now and then you'll see a little bit of splatter, but for the most part, it's good. I think I might have just a little bit too much product on there. Still seeing like kind of blotchy stuff. I think I might leave it though. I don't know. It's getting better. I think what the issue is I put too much on. So if I do this again tomorrow, I will certainly not put as much on. There, I think I'm going to leave that. That looks actually pretty good. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow. I'm going to do the same thing on the back side, and then we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye bye. Well, what do you think of that? I'm actually very pleased with this. It is silky smooth. I'm really happy to see this. It makes a lot of sense. A lot of times with this Osmo stuff, you see people using kind of buffers to put the finish on tables. So, I thought maybe the Scotch Brite pad in the drill might work, and sure enough, I think it is. So all I'm going to do is put a wax on top of this. I'm not going to do anything else to this surface other than throw a wax on it, cut it off, we'll do the foot. I'm really happy on them. Hopefully, it's done a good job bringing out that tiger stripe. I mean, look at that, that's really nice. All right, let's get our wax on. I'm just gonna let that sit for a little while, like it says on the can, and we'll be back to buff it. All right, so that's been about 5 minutes. It feels dry to the touch. And what I'm going to use is the wax wheel from the Be All buffing system to kind of rub this all out and even it up. And, I'm hoping that you're going to be able to see the shine kind of start to emerge from when I start buffing. But wait, we'll see. Now, the recommended way to do this is to actually burnish the surface, and that's how you bring the shine. But you can see, I see no reason why this wouldn't be effective as well. So it's one of those things. If it works, then if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we may have a replacement for the General Finishes solid bowl finish. I'm very happy with that shine. Look at that tiger, that curly maple tiger stripe, whatever you want to call it. I just call it awesomeness. Shining through, look at that. Beautiful stuff. And the great thing about this is, you know, as soon as this finish sets up, I mean, you can just carry right on with your project. Um, you know, still got some experimenting to do. This, of course, is on maple. This is soft maple. So you would think that birch would probably behave the same. I don't know about walnut, but you know, I think using that Scotch Brite pad on the drill, the white one, is the answer. All right, let me know what you think. So far, it's the best contender. Let's get the bottom done. Here I'm using the vacuum chuck like I usually do. I thought I'd slow that clip down and show you that, you know, that's usually how I get most of the bowls off. I leave about, you know, an inch of glue in the bottom, and then just give her a smuck and off she comes. All right, let's have a last little look at this beautiful bowl. It ended up being 11 by 3.5. 3 coats of the Osmo Polyx. Absolutely fantastic. There's the bottom side. Still need one more coat on the bottom. Actually, what I did was I just put wood bowl finish on the bottom of this just to speed things up. But you certainly could use the Osmo there as well. And you know, if you've been here for a while, you know that I've been looking for a replacement for the General Finishes solid bowl finish. Now they've rebranded it into wood bowl finish and taken the food safe tags off of it. So, you know, we've tried out a few things here, or at least I have. Right now, this is the #1 contender for sure. Again, it's not as easy to work with. That Polyx oil from Osmo is a really high, solid, really thick oil. And you know, it never even dawned on me until I was watching some YouTube videos on finishing tabletops with the Osmo, and they were using these buffers to put it in, and I'm like, of course. So that's where the idea with the Scotch Brite pad came from for the drill. And you know, once we started doing that, it worked flawlessly. It was awesome. Again, Hampshire sheen on the top for wax for maintenance. And you know, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with the shine. It's smooth, smooth, smooth too. And the other real bonus about this too is it's a film finish, but it's not. So the old General Finishes stuff, or even the wood bowl finish, when you leave it on the surface, if anything lands on it, it's going to get embedded in the finish. Since this is rubbed in, there's really not a huge amount of it sitting there to grab the stuff. So the stuff will typically sit on the top of it. So then you just brush it away and carry on. So you don't get a lot of junk in the finishes. So that's awesome. Another thing that I want to show you is, and you know, it's the simplest things in life. So when you get a can of finish, put it in a Ziploc bag like this. That way you can leave it on the bench over there, and you don't have to worry about all the dust and crud and everything getting down on the top of this. And again, you can see this is where I'm keeping the sanding pad in here. So it's also clean as well, so that when you go to use it, it's not covered in sand and crap and all this other stuff. So, you know, it's a simple solution, but you know, sometimes we just don't think about things like that. At least I don't anyway. So anyway, give it a try. And again, it's the 3011, and so far it's #1. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think. Don't forget about our sponsors, sandpaper.ca, Designer Epoxy, Starbond Adhesives, and Hunter Tool Systems. All your discount codes are in the description down below, so make sure you check them out. I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do next week. I've got a couple irons in the fire right now, so whichever one's ready first is the one we'll go with. So make sure you come on back for that. Okay, well, anytime that I can get a thumbs up on my videos will help with the analytics, and of course sharing my videos on your social media platforms is 100% awesome as well. Getting the word out there, I really appreciate it. My channel is growing and it's all because of you guys. So thank you so much for that. So yeah, that's it. Take care, stay safe. Don't forget that bell, you know, when a new video goes up. See you next time.